Today we're looking at FearlessAyo, a Silver 2 Zenyatta. This was a VOD request on the Overwatch University subreddit, where they wrote, I have over 300 games this season. I peaked at Gold 2 and bounced around Gold, then went on a loss streak. Now I'm finding it hard to climb out of Silver. We lost the first round, but it was close while we got dominated second round. I ended the game with 8 elims and 6 deaths. And so you post a couple timestamps. First one is, enemy Genji dived me. I wanted to back up, but second-guessed myself and got killed. How do I play this better? And then, I struggled with the Soldier 76 when he off-angled me. He pretty much took me out of the fight. This is a problem I've had with this character after he was buffed. He always beams my health down if he doesn't manage to kill me, lol. So I end up spending more time behind cover and as a result, getting less value. I always feel at a massive disadvantage because of projectile versus hit scan, and even at close range, he has Helix, so I always lose. TLDR, how do I deal more damage and how do I position better, especially on capture point maps? Okay, those things will definitely come up in the VOD. We'll talk about the timestamps, of course. And then, yeah, as far as dealing damage, the positioning yourself in an effective spot will help you deal more damage in general. As far as the duels, we'll go over that, but it's mostly going to be about, picking our shots and effectively angling and using cover. Yeah, as I said, we'll go into more detail, so let's get right into the VOD. First thing we always want to do is take a look at our team comp. So we got Doomfist, Soldier Junkrat, Zen Moira. Okay, interesting comp. I would say that, you want to be looking out for your DPS. I would say, pay attention to where your soldier's playing. It might actually be good to kind of play behind him. If people focus you guys, dive you, you guys can keep each other alive and focus the target together. I would mostly try to keep your Harmony Orb on your DPS. You can obviously Doom and Moira as they need it. Moira's a little weird here, but I'd like to see her mostly help Doom out. So yeah, that's how I'd ideally like to see this played. Let's see how it actually goes. And the other thing too, I'd like to see you put your Discord on either the enemy tank or the targets that your Doomfist is diving. Okay, we're going after the Genji. You can put Discord on the Rhine. Yeah, we're kind of focused on this Genji, but we're pretty much out of the fight otherwise. And see how our Junkrat dies? So I would definitely like to see you try to angle off somewhere. You could play this area. You could play close to the walls. If you can't, you can attack people as they poke out. If you can't really see people, you can duck out of LOS of the Genji. You could fire down this area. When it's safe to do so, say your team really pushes up, makes space like your Doom, you could go behind him. And just in general on this point of Oasis, this area is really good to play at for Ana Zen. Granted, once you've captured the point, preferably. But even as the fight's taking, your team is pushed up here and the fight's taking place and you guys have made the space, this is where I ideally like to see you. And you can see your soldier is playing over here. So even so, like I was saying at the beginning, playing with him and just helping him, you could be putting your Harmony Orb on him right now and just helping him focus the targets, firing down this lane. Maybe we could get the Ana or something. My point is, you're playing way, way back here. You are out of the fight. You are not going to be very effective. So I would definitely like to see you just push in, open up a little more, and figure out what areas you can play at where you can get more value. My systems are restored. We can push up. Our Doom's pushing. We can go behind him. Okay, and this is where you're talking about with the Genji. Okay, he bursts you down. So for one, playing way back here, we kind of just left ourselves isolated from our team. And that's really dangerous to do as Zen in general. You don't want to be a diveable target like that. Definitely pushing up closer. Even like playing around here where our Moira is, and, you know, she could see the Genji. She could heal you. You know, she could help protect you. And then the other thing too, like even if you were in this area and the Genji dove you, definitely playing tighter to a wall. Like, if you were against this column here, it can help you avoid people. So, you know, the Genji comes down here. You angle off this way. You just play around here. You could try to evade him. You could also try to predict when he comes around the corner and fire a shot. And then last thing I wanted to bring up was you definitely, when he gets in range of you, I want you using the melee to use your snap kick. Because that will help you just keep your distance from enemies, boop them away. You know, even if the Genji is deflecting, you won't do any damage with the snap kick, but you will still get him away. And, you know, that'll give you a little bit more of a chance to fight back.
In my sight.
Even the teacher can learn from his student.
Enemy turret ahead.
I think we could Harmony or Reaper. Okay, he's fine now. Good kill on the Genji. Nice kill. Good job. Yeah, see, now we can push up, open up a little bit more. So one thing I do see with your alt fire, with your 5 orb, you are kind of half charging it, and you're also using it out in the open a lot. For one, I would like to see you, if you're going to charge up your orb, do it all the way. Try to avoid, you know, doing it halfway or so. Unless, say, the target's, you realize the target's low and you can just fire quickly to finish off a kill. Otherwise, I want you trying to fully charge your 5 orb. The other thing, too, if you're out in the open, do not charge. I want you just spamming your primary fire out there. Ideally, the way you could use your charge orb is when you're, like, behind cover, or, excuse me, is when you're, like, behind cover or something. Say you were hiding right here. Charge it up, poke out last second, and then fire it. But yeah, like I said, just to get max DPS out when you're out in the open, I want you just spamming that primary fire. So we're going to have trans. This can be good. So we want to think about what ults the enemy team has. You know, we know they've used Shatter. I think they use Visor. So, you know, if Ana's going to have Nano, if she nanos Rhine and he gets in our team's face, maybe we could trans to counter that. You know, Molten Core. It depends. If it looks like your team's taking a lot of damage and is in danger of dying, that would be a good time to pop our trans. And this is what you were talking about with the soldier, so let's see what happens here. So same thing with the alt fire, the 5 orb. Charge it up if you're gonna do it. Yeah, it seems like you're a little scared of him, to be honest. Like, he's not really doing a ton of damage, but like we're kind of just playing back. We're hyper focused on him. Meanwhile, our Doomfist just died out there. If we were paying a little bit more attention to here, we could have at least maybe put the Harmony Orb on him. And then, yeah, as for the soldier, I would just try to, you know, maybe slow down, pick your shots a little bit more. It's good to spam out your primary fire and get max DPS. But, you know, this even happens to me in GM games where, like, I'm doing that, but I find myself missing my shots, and I have to tell myself, okay, let's slow down a little bit, pick our shots, and focus on accuracy. So just in general, when you're taking duels, I want you trying to do that. And as you get better at aiming, then you can start to pick up the speed and the DPS. Like, see right here, same thing. You're spamming at max DPS and you're missing a lot of shots. I would slow down a little bit to pinpoint that torp. Okay, our Reaper kind of goes in. That's a little bit more of a misplay on his end. I think he should have waited for Doom to engage. But we're down now, so we wanna regroup. Kind of, you know, we did get one pick, but we lost our tank, we lost our Reaper. I would really be thinking about just hanging back and waiting for a regroup, because what you're doing is you're here, you're poking, getting a little bit of damage in. But I mean, unless you get a pick, all your damage is really doing is just chipping away at their HP a little bit, which Ana is just going to heal up, and you're kind of farming up her ult charge for her next Dano. And we're not really getting any value, or we're not getting ult charge because we have trance. You know, maybe this wouldn't be as bad of a thing to do if, like, say you were 80% to trans and we desperately needed to charge it up for next fight. But, yeah, I wouldn't do that when you have ult. And I would be backing out here, like I said, and just waiting for the next fight. Okay, you are trying to pre-fire, that's good. Yeah, we definitely want to be in range of people. We're spending a little bit too much time, you know, rotating out of the fight while our team is engaged there. Like, see how our Reaper died? Like, instead of doing this rotation, if we had, like, played right here and just been focused on spamming out, we could have Harmony Orbed him. We probably could have prevented that death. But then we spent too much time out of the fight, and now both their supports are pushing in here on us. So it's just a little risky.
Experience tranquility.
Okay, I mean, it's better to use it. And, you know, your tank was low, so I do think we got good value out of that. Good kill on the Ana. Yeah, we definitely want to get vision of the Rhine and Discord him. Yeah, see, like you're playing a little bit passive. Like, granted, your team cleans up, but you were just kind of hiding here. You weren't really participating in the fight. I think it seems like you're a little. I don't know. It seems like you're a little just scared of playing out in the open and getting burst down at times, which is good. You are staying safe, but we do want to realize when we need to poke out to actually get our damage out and participate. So if you like angle out this way, if you play here, your team is right here. The Reinhardt was over there. Your team is between you and the Rhine. He's not going to do anything to you. So yeah, I would just be trying to angle out and try to get good vision of the enemy team when you can. The three things I always say when it comes to sport positioning, you should always think about is A, can I see my team? B, can I see the enemy team? C, do I have cover I can quickly duck behind if necessary? Same thing. Don't be scared to angle out to fire at them. Especially if you have your team between you and the enemy team. Good kill. Yeah, this is a little risky. I wouldn't stay here too long. It's okay if you go out there to fire, but yeah, you definitely want to back up. And we lose our Junkrat. So yeah, while we were kind of doing that rotation here, we weren't participating with where our team is fighting, and they got 2 picks. Maybe we could have, Harmony Orb someone, been pressuring these guys to prevent those deaths. Maybe we could have shot that Ana. Definitely, if you're going to do these off angles, it's crucial that you get a pick. Otherwise, you're taking yourself out of the team fight and putting your team at a disadvantage. same thing here. We're not participating while our team's fighting. Once again, best place for you to be is, I mean, this isn't terrible, but especially when the enemy team is generally going to come out from this doorway right here. This area right here is just great to just play. You got this cover. Your team's going to be around this area, and you can just spam your primary fire down this lane as the enemy team comes in. Oop. But yeah, see, like I said, I mean, it's good that you're staying safe, but at the same time, like, we're not participating in the fight. But now we are, and yeah, the Ana kind of sneaks up on us. You know, that's a little awareness thing. You want to try to pay attention to the footsteps in your surroundings. Try not to tunnel vision.
Come get healed. Incoming. Defeat cannot break one who perseveres. I greet you. Enemy turret sighted.
Alright, we lose Doom. Soldier got a pick, though. Oh, your soldier gets burst down. Yeah, definitely, we want to angle off behind our team and try to get picks. Good evasion. I like how you ducked behind the wall to avoid the Rhine. But okay, granted, your Doom kind of screwed you there by punching the Nano Rhine into you. But one thing I do want to point out, back up just a tiny bit. So we're 91 to trans. We get it, like right as we die. Right here. You have a Nano Rhine in your face. You're 73 HP. He is going to kill you. I would just pop trans and just go right by him to go help your team. We definitely do not want to be dying with that ult, especially in an overtime situation.
Score 1-0. Ready.
Okay.
5, 4.
So, yeah, good job. I would definitely say we want to participate in the fight a little bit more. You spent a lot of time rotating, especially like out of LOS, especially while your team was actively fighting, which just isn't good to do. We always want to try to push behind our team, find a position that's A, behind our team, like I said, B, where we can see the enemy team or at least get vision of them, and then C, where we have cover to quickly duck behind. So always try to be looking for that for getting max value. As far as your damage goes, I want to see you, don't half charge your 5 orb. I want to, if you're going to do it, charge it up all the way. Try to only use 5 orb when you're behind cover and you can poke out. Otherwise, if you're out in the open, I want you spamming your primary fire. And then as far as taking duels, I want you, if you're having trouble hitting your shots or you're missing a lot, I really just want you to slow down a little bit and just think about accuracy. But yeah, let's see how this round goes.
This obstacle can still be overcome.
Soldier's right there. Okay, we took a fire strike. You wanna stabilize here. We wanna go behind the wall. Okay. So what happened there was, let's back it up a tiny bit. Where are we? Okay, so, we're 172. Ryan hits us with the fire strike. Immediately, what you should be thinking about doing here, you're below half. We want to stabilize. So I would just be hugging this pillar right here and just letting the support passive heal you up. Then once that happens, you can, poke out, try to duel the soldier. Because what happens is, you're 91. You were basically like 120, 130 HP. So he just Helix Rocket, landed a couple shots, killed you instantly. You were very easy to finish off. So yeah, just pay more attention to your own health pool. try to use cover and just stabilize and heal yourself out before you poke out and engage again.
The point is vulnerable. Let us take it.
We got their tank, but we lost a couple people. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, okay. I understand. She was kind of LOS, but we want to try to Harmony or Moira if we can. And we don't want to, especially, like, you know, this soldier seems like he's doing a pretty good job. He's cleaning up a bunch. He killed us just now a second ago. We don't want to just keep poking out this in the same area, especially, you know, when we don't have a tank in front of us and, you know, our other support, one of our teammates just died. I would have been thinking of backing up and waiting for everyone. Especially, you know, soldiers looking down this area, and he expects, like, if he sees you poke out, he's just going to just fire here and burst you down. Maybe predict a helix rocket for when you poke out. So you just want to be careful about doing that.
Pain is an excellent teacher.
So yeah, definitely think about grouping up.
Soldier 76.
Junkrat fed there. That's unfortunate. Yeah, I think you said this round was kind of a roll. And when it's very one-sided. It's a team diff, and it's usually hard for one person to overcome that. But yeah, we'll see what happens for sure. Yeah, we definitely, this soldier's popping off. We want to try to focus him if we can, but be careful doing so. Yeah, your team's pushed in, but you're kind of here by yourself. Definitely try to Harmony orb your soldier. Help him. That's unfortunate.
The help is its own reward.
We killed their tank, so maybe we can push on this. Okay, we get a pick. Yeah, I would just try to break that turret. Don't even, like, against a turret like that, I would just be primary firing and bursting that down. Don't even bother charging 5-orb. 5-orb is really good for assassinations, but just like against shields, against turrets, I would just I would stick to primary fire.
The turret is
Good Discord. We're about to have our own trance we might be able to counter with. Nice kill. You can pop trance. Okay, good. A little late. But you had the right idea. I think we might have wanted to use trans there a little bit sooner, to be honest, just to ensure that we win the fight. But that's the game. Good job, nice try. I definitely think first round we were hurting our effectiveness by spending too much time in very passive positions out of the fight. I really want you thinking about where you can try to get consistent vision of the enemy team, but from an area that's behind your team and where you have some cover you can quickly duck behind. Like that place on the stairs that I showed you is really good. And then, yeah, as far as I said, with your damage, definitely try to spam out that primary fire, you know, at lanes that you think the enemy is coming out from. In duels, though, if you're having trouble hitting the shots, slow it down, like I said, and just focus on accuracy. And yeah, for your charge orb, your 5-orb, I would definitely try to charge that up completely if you're going to use it, and not use it out in the open. Use it when you're hiding behind cover, and then you can poke out to burst it down. So that's all I have for now. Let me know if you have any questions, comments, anything like that, and best of luck in the future.